Welcome to the world of Nick Robinson. Nick Robinson, 21st century filmmaker God. This is my testimony to Nick. Kim Fowley is my name. I produced new music sequences for American Graffiti, directed by George Lucas. And I rank the work of Nick in the early stages of his career with the middle stages of George Lucas's career. George Lucas was kind enough to let me contribute to his film adventures, so it's only fitting that I contribute to the film adventures of Nick Robinson. Who is Nick Robinson? Nick Robinson is from Fort Worth, Texas. He's a cancer. He has lived and conquered the streets and alleys of Austin, Texas, which gave the world "You Cheated" back in the doo-wop days of early race recordings, all the way up to South by Southwest. After winning every conceivable award and every impossible gig, nothing but trophies and victories followed. So what? What was time going to say to Nick? Nick, go west, young man. Go west to Hollywood, USA, and let everybody know that you exist. Kim Fowley, 102 million records, 56 gold, 26 platinum up to 1996, and then another 30 gold and platinum. You can find my story, www.kimfowley.com. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Nick Robinson. I know you're not going to give him a $100 million feature to start. You may want him to run for food. You may want him to be the assistant to the assistant. You may want him to drive a leading lady home from rehab. Whatever it is that you want him to do, be guaranteed he'll do it with great flair. He won't steal from you, and he won't rob your karma. Nick Robinson, a face to watch in 2009 onwards. And by the way, this is the day before New Year's Eve Day, 2008. And Nick has stopped off in my hideaway at the edge of the California desert for my endorsement, because he knows he'll be seeing you any minute. Take it serious, folks. Nick Robinson, the future of cinema in the 21st century. And you have the chance to cut him a check. Don't hesitate, or your competition will grab him. I'll see you guys at the Academy Awards. Well, Nick Robinson's been in Hollywood for a while now. We all know what good work he's done. But now he's in the danger of being typecast. So whatever he ended up doing, since you first met Nick, and what Nick is doing now, it's time for the second gear, the next stage, Act 2. Nick Robinson, if he's been doing epics, then give him a small, intimate little movie. And if it's all cheap trash that did well, then give him a big, fat budget. Whatever it is, Nick Robinson continues to delight and sell tickets. By now, you've gotten to know Nick Robinson. You probably married him. You're probably one of his kids. You might be an ex-wife. You might be an attorney. You might be an enemy. You might be an accountant. You might be a film critic. We all know how well Nick has done and how far he's come since back in 2009. It seems like just yesterday to me, but to you it's a whole decade or more, or it seems a long time. Nick has a couple of good movies left in him. So come on, you guys. Don't let him teach film classes at the University of Texas back in his old hometown in Austin. It's time for him to follow the path of Clint Eastwood and Sidney Lumet and others who, 75 years, Ingmar Bergman and older, still had big budgets, still did important work. Come on, you guys. Just one more movie, or maybe a second one. Yeah, hang in there. You'll be back at the Academy Awards before you know it, with Nick Robinson, a man for all seasons. Nick is dead and gone. You know what he did? You probably don't know what he wanted to do and didn't have time to do. But he did a lot more than some people thought he'd ever do. And what he's left behind is a history of the mystery of light, which is the best storyteller of all in the cinema. A pioneer of light, stories, questions, answers. Nick Robinson. Anytime we want to see you, we just look at what you left behind. And in 100 years from now, we'll all be together in heaven, hell, or purgatory, and in one of those places, you'll be the guy with the crew in the middle of some atomic rainstorm, getting it down. Support the memory of Nick Robinson. He knew someday that this eulogy would come from beyond the grave, because I'm dead by now. So is he. But you're not. You're next.